That's crazy, man. You know, just the feds is watching. Niggas trying to get me in the dumping. Hey, that's hot.
Yo, what's up, man? It is your boy Sly Tha Deuce once again. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in to the backstory. I am here with a very, very special guest. Tell me what your name is, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. I feel like I wouldn't do it justice. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. It's a pleasure being here with you today.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming through, man.
Jared Woods, the owner, CEO, operator, janitor, all that, man. We grind it out of All Pro HTX. Also have a clothing line called 9 Figures. That's gonna be a relaunch process. It was called 6 Figures, but now it's called 9 Figures. And right now we're just working on some things. And
now, what's interesting about that is the 6 Figures. I've actually got my photo that's running around on the internet right now. I'm actually wearing the 6 Figures hat.
Right on your profile.
Yeah, I got the camo fit. So that's like classic limited edition style now.
Right.
See, I like that.
Right.
That's the backstory.
Yeah, right.
Everybody, they're not gonna have that 6 Figures version. Well, when that 9 Figures drop, they're gonna drop. I'm gonna still support it, but when they see that 6 Figures, I just need them to know that's some real tapped in classic.
Right. You had to be there. Hey, you wasn't there. Hey.
Yeah, man, you had to really be there, and I was on you for them hats. I was like, bro, just pull up.
Man, I be so busy, bro. Hey, sleeping and everything. But no, we finally got it to with some shirts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, grinding, man, grinding. So, I wanted to just dive right into things, man, and obviously open up the floor for you to share your piece. One of the questions I wanted to ask you is, we're out here in Houston, right? You're from Houston?
Correct, born and raised.
Excellent, man. So first and foremost, the way I like to start these things out, I'm always talking about the attitude of gratitude. I love doing shout outs. I love saying who was there for me, X, Y, and Z. As people are getting to know you, who right off the bat are some of your influences, some of the people that you're thankful for, or some of the people that helped kind of get you to where you are today? And then we'll really dive into, where you are today and why we're even here.
Most definitely. Who I would have to thank off the rip is my wife. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip, like if ands or buts, like they say, every great man has a great woman behind him. So It's just like I can go on and on about that, but day one, like she just is the biggest part of the company as anybody else. So her, my brother, you know what I'm saying, that works with me as well, my younger brother Keith. Just them off the rip, just like I said, plenty sacrifices to help me start the groundwork. Just their contribution alone, took me a long way. And then of course, my guys that's down with me now. As far as who motivates me, I could go on and on about that as well, but it's just, anybody that's out here grinding to the, maximum extent, that could be a rapper, that could be my granny, that's 65.
He said that could be my granny.
Now listen, that's a fact. She's 65, years old and still out here, doing real estate, trying to,
really
reach quota, you know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that. Like if my granny, out here getting it,
What excuse you got?
Self-explanatory. So yeah, that's pretty much who I would give my thanks to, those two people off the rip, and just everybody else that was involved, from
Excellent.
Shout outs to shopping with me, anybody that shopped with me, I take that to the heart, that's love, we locked in, so that's pretty.
Let me say shopping with you, mean like using your business?
Correct.
Okay. Because I went shopping with you. I got these earrings I got on. You know what I'm saying? My boy Jay Woods got me dripping. You know what I'm saying? I ain't take them off since the day you see me. I'm lying. I've been cleaning my ears. But man, I got some news for you when we get off here about that vein. So remind me to tell you the jewelry news.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, so you mentioned some incredible shout outs. We got some people on the live. What's up, Rachel? How you doing, girl? So now obviously, let's really give them what they don't know yet, right? Who are you? What is your business? What is your I mentioned to some of my followers on Instagram, and y'all already know that's Motivated Mister on Instagram. I was talking about you a little bit earlier, and I'm going to be doing a little bit more promo after the interview as well. So tell us about your business, man.
Man, business is a blessing. Let me say that first off. But my business is, we do mobile detailing. I call it prolific detailing. Mobile detailing, where we come to the customer, detail their car, home or office. It could be anywhere. Just give us an hour and your keys. So mobile detailing, carpet cleaning, and we also do power washing along with tile cleaning as well.
Word. Now,
Yes, sir.
I'm over here acting like I don't know, but we both know I know.
Right.
I've been rocking with you since way back, man. So when I tell y'all like he do it, I mean I don't have like paid advertisements or nothing like that. So I'm not getting paid for this interview in any way. But I'm saying this because I truly use this man's services. Fantastic. Like don't let anybody else touch my car. Nobody else services. I mean like at all. It be like in need of service.
Man,
like,
you'll wait till you get to Houston. Just to like, yo, where you at? Like, I'm on the books.
Yes, man. Let me know, bruh.
That's definitely.
Change the appointment. We can make it happen. Great service. When you got great service like you all do, it's very, very simple and a very easy choice to just come back. So I just wanted to make sure that I gave my personal endorsement for whatever it's worth.
Appreciate you.
And like I said, I was sharing that on my social media. They're going to see it as well on my YouTube. So if they wanted to tap in with you on any one of those platforms, how would they do that?
They would do that. We're on, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all pro HTX. Pretty self-explanatory, and that's ALLPROHTX.
No underscores or captions
underscores,
or
all pro HTX.
Got it.
That's pretty much the gist of it. You can also go to our website www.com, all pro HTX.
Excellent, man. Now I'm seeing the hat.
Yes, sir.
And it's interesting that I've got a question directly tailored towards the subject matter. So if y'all can't see, he's got the H-Town representing Houston. We'll get a close up of that in a little bit. What do you love about Houston? What do you love most about Houston, should I say? Because I know you can go on for days if I just say what do you love.
Man, everything. But I would say, if anything, probably like a reason why you moved down here, like, you know, like plenty of opportunity, like, you know, for anybody to do what they want to do, to the further. It's not like, I wouldn't say crabs in the bucket. Like, I mean, if you're a hustler, you're going to get it in regardless. But it's just so huge, like, go ahead and do your thing. So I feel like, I mean, and it's love down here too. So
it is, man. It's a different vibe.
Right. So, that's what I love most about Houston. Being 28 years old at this point in my life, the opportunity, the connections, the vibe. That's pretty much what I love about Houston.
That's great, man. And that's perfect, because my next question is centered around small wins. And so you were talking about the opportunity, the networking and things like that. Sometimes I think that we get really caught up in wanting to make the big play, wanting to make the big move. And I think that as an athlete, because you were an athlete, right? So you understand what I'm saying. I got a lot of people out there in the Genius crew that were athletes or enjoy sports. When you are a consistent player, big plays will happen.
Right.
When you out here trying to make big plays, you're gonna have splinters in your butt.
Right.
You out here trying to behind the back when a chest pass layup will do.
Right.
You trying to do the most all the time. You trying to take off before you catch the ball. Right. You're gonna be sitting down. But you consistently run your route. You can do a 5 and out without chasing the glory. You're gonna be open for a breakaway touchdown sooner or later in your career. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Correct.
And so, what small wins are you celebrating right now? I'm just curious on what's consistently moving for you, because big goals are gonna happen. You got some big goals. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But I'm just curious, what small wins? What's going on with you currently that you're excited about? That you got you pumped.
Small wins. That's a good question. Just waking up every day and reaching our quota and our that's pretty much. If I would say
that's legit.
Reaching our quota, that's a small win.
You set your own goals and hit them.
Every day we trying to tap in so we could all succeed, so the company could grow. So I mean, to me, that's every day waking up like, hey, the quota, when we lining everything up, I'm trying to make sure it's to that quota. So I would say that's a small win.
Excellent. If you hitting it every day,
right,
that's a big win, because each week is a big win.
Exactly.
When you doing it daily.
Exactly.
Man, that's fantastic. When did you start? 2015, 2014?
2014 is when I started.
That's excellent, man.
Doing it before then, working for a big company called Black Memorial. about 2 years, strictly carpet cleaning, along with air duct cleaning inside of vents and stuff like that. And been, power washing since I was a kid at the age of 13. From my uncle that had a construction business. He still has been doing it for like 40 years. So that's pretty much the gist of the backstory, as you say.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Why I've been doing what I'm doing for so long.
Wow. So you do it though in a different way. Like you're because when you just said that, as I was thinking, I was like, oh, I guess he really does do like carpet and duct cleaning, but like you just make it look so damn cool. Man. Like talking about like the lifestyle, because you're really tapped in, and the listeners and followers may not know, but like you're not just doing Susie Q's carpet, right? Like, I mean, you doing the community work, and like you said, there's some folks hitting you up on Instagram, but you got some clients that might excite some folks, right? And I don't know who you can and can't speak on, so I'll let you open that can of worms and we'll see where it goes.
Got you. Carpet cleaning, we pretty much on that side, we do pretty much any and everybody. We go to the hood, we go to the middle class, we gonna go to the the mansion. So that's that varies. But as far as our celebrity clients, that
he said clients with an S, okay.
That I feel like that we can name would be PJ Tucker. Man, they're
gonna be like, he's a football player.
They're gonna be mad at me. They're gonna be mad at me if I mispronounce their name. Tunsley for the Texans.
Okay.
Fulton for the Texans.
Man, I don't know if we might have to cut that Texans reference because we Pats fans here.
Okay, yeah, Pats, man. I got
it's all love.
My boy LaFell that he played for the Patriots. I want to say 2 years ago.
Word.
When they won a championship. So
Word.
There you go, your Patriots. He on IG as well. So yeah, like by the grace of God, man.
Now, how did that happen? And I just mean in a general sense, right? You don't have to give me anybody's individual story, but how did you go from just I'm just grinding. I worked at this company and I kind of got some knowledge to. I mean, man, PJ Tucker's on my client list, man. That's huge.
Right, man, it is. I would just say always hungry. Like, I always wanted more. I just didn't want to be the average car washing guy. Like I want that that premium status. Like, I mean, I want to set the bar to where, it makes, like if you spend it, you know what you're dealing with. If you don't, I understand. I have air freshener for you. You know what I'm saying? And
tell about the air freshener.
All Pro Sauce, man, the best air freshener in the city. Kills smoke smells. Kills any type of smells. Put it in your diffuser as well to have your whole house smelling immaculate.
It's legit. Everything he's talking about is facts, y'all. I mean, and I can't promise y'all enough. I'm not getting paid. Like, they gonna swear I'm getting paid. I'm telling y'all, I rock with this man. All Pro HTX. Is that what you said? That's where they can find it.
Correct.
Twitter, Instagram. Now he's on YouTube on the backstory, so make sure, and we're going to be doing a lot of promo after this, and driving some more traffic to see what we can get done for you, man. So speaking of, you set out with a goal, right? I wanted to be on this next level. Mm-hmm. How did you get there, though? I think that's the question, right? What, and in a more specific sense, what are some, because you're actually, if I'm correct, a sponsor for the event that I'm going to be speaking at in December.
Correct.
So there's a networking event that's part of that. The part that I'm going to be sponsoring is there's cupcakes and cocktails. So I'm going to be sponsoring some drinks, and there's going to be homemade cupcakes and stuff like that. So it's going to be an absolute perfect time. Yeah. But speaking of networking, right? Because that's how this relationship kicked off. Us talking and chopping it up, rubbing shoulders. What are some networking tips from your perspective for somebody who wants to, even if they're in your field, if they're in my field, if they're in any field, because I think goal setting and achievement are very similar across fields.
Right.
So what, from your perspective, have been some powerful or successful networking tips?
The reason why I smile when you ask that question, I'm normally not the typical cat to just like give out free game.
Just drop them off at one gym, brother.
Which I will. And I'll speak on that because like when you out here grinding, like nobody's really gonna give you the blueprint unless that's like your actual like you know, somebody just generous enough to get that to you, like. And even still, sometimes you can't, like, it's so, I feel like most of that everything that's out here has been done before, like your
nothing new under the sun.
Right, nothing new under the sun. So what I'm doing, like, go find it. You know
Thank you.
Like,
read the same book I read.
Unless you want to drop a cash out. And I can give out certain games.
Oh, you want to invest in yourself?
Yeah, like, hey, let's get it going. But I'm busy, and you know, I try to get to my regular customers in regular response. So a question about the game, I'm like, well,
hey, I'm too busy playing it to just sit there and talk about it.
We say Cash App is $RACX.
Drop them all. So what's the consultation cost? I mean, you open that door. If I'm on an entrepreneur and I really want to. Hey man, I want to chop it up with Jared for a little bit. Just kind of pick his brain. What's that gonna run me?
Like $75 an hour.
Okay. That's not bad, man. That's not bad, man.
And like I wouldn't, hold the game hostage. I, give you some different pointers that'll help you succeed. But I just kind of want, if anything, I want to give it to my team. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm thinking.
Because you just gotta work. You gotta leverage it.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like, maybe to me, that's like a grown man, like, thinking like, shit, well, I'm finna give some money to my homeboys and I got some kids at home. Like, I gotta feed, like, nah, we gonna just do it the right way.
Gotta take care of your team.
Bam. And I'm gonna let them eat.
So you've spoken about your team. You've spoken about, the guys that you got rocking with you. And that's beautiful. To even be in that position to even make that statement, right? On my team, the guys I'm rocking with, right? How did this dream of yours begin? Was it always a group of you that had a vision, or was it you singly had a vision and then you built a team around yourself? Like, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Coming up, it was strictly me. I pretty much seen the vision, starting out as a hustle. Until wifey, hey, the hustle gotta be switched into an actual business.
An income stream.
Right. Into what me and you was talking about off the camera, to what we building to be a corporation, so it's just having that type of structure, and then, slowly but surely just finding my way through employees. I feel like that's another story for another interview.
Okay.
Finding my way through that, just seeing what's good for the company and what's not. Until I was forced, as far as the business leveling up, to hire for help. So
that's a beautiful problem to have. When you said forced to hire folks, that means you're at your capacity.
Correct. I can only do so much. So,
yes. Small wins, networking tips. Where can they find you? So we talked about social media, right? But this whole thing is about the backstory, right? Like, we all could social media, we could tweet, we could do that. I'm sure right now they're following me on YouTube, Sly Tha Deuce. I'm sure they're subscribing and sharing with a friend right now. They're probably swinging through Twitter / Sly Tha Deuce and checking me out, and that's cool, right? But that's not what we're here for. We really want to get to know, if I was in the H and I was hanging with a player like you, where would we be? Like, what would you be doing nowadays?
And the wifey is gonna be watching this, like, in the house. Ain't no play going on. Hey, goddamn, like Pimp C would say, we out here with family.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
Do that. Hey, man.
Hey, this man on it. He said, I'm building a family, then I'm building a brand.
That's a fact. Man, catch me on the daily, man. If we not spraying, all pro sauce and spraying the all pro soap. Outside of work, I love me some Exotic Pop. They a big brand out of Houston. Exotic Pop. When I say, like, drink is not around like it was, it's high in the mud right now, kids. But yeah, it gives you that. It's that juice that's like, man, this some that you ain't gonna grab from nowhere else. To see the artists that represented, from the DJ Screw Soda, the Fat Pat, Big Mo, Pimp C, like. So yeah, I'm either there, or I'm getting some good to eat. Say for instance, if it ain't turkey leg, shit. Breakfast Club, like, it's
banging.
It's so many.
Both of the spots you just named is banging.
There's so many spots you can name, but man, just cooling, doing adult activities and laid back. Like,
so you mentioned your team as well. Who are they? Because I'm sure they gonna watch. They gonna want to know. So you got any employees of the week? you want to give a shout out to, or anybody on the team?
All of them, man, putting in hard work, grinding extra hours. One van is already on the late night shift right now, late night shift, and that's Keith, that's Mark, that's Hernandez. Shout out to Henry. Shout out to.
We got a depth chart.
Shout out to man. Shout out to everybody that like I said, support us, share us, like the photos, and we appreciate everything, man.
Man, what you got cooking for 2020?
2020, more vans. We got to keep everything top secret.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I understand. Growth.
Growth. Period. Like consistency. More vans though.
I love that. Now that's something I can vouch for from the very beginning. We have very similar values and very different personalities because I am very gregarious and loquacious and geeky because I know what gregarious and loquacious mean.
Yeah, no, I don't.
but again, I like set out to learn what words that just like that word sound hella weird. Let me find that shit out. You know what I mean? Like I go looking for that.
No, fair.
So I'm aware of that. But our values are very much the same in I think open communication, trust, consistency, loyalty. Because we were rocking for years before we really even started rocking.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And now that we're in this space. I mean, people don't even know the backstory of you and I, right? I was a customer of yours, and I do not remember, man, how I came into the knowledge of your business.
We had the Twitter thing buzzing. We had the Twitter thing buzzing. Everybody was retweeting. We had maybe like 10,000, retweets, and pretty much a lot of engagement coming from the Twitter customers and DMs. We had maybe like over 200 DMs.
Man,
Cali, Atlanta, Dallas. That's what made us travel to Dallas. That 1 year we did details out there.
That's where I'm at right now, man. They went.
Atlanta. So,
I mean, the fact that it's mobile is so dope. That's what really blew my mind. I had never. I was new to the area and I had never experienced that, right? And so the concept itself was enough to draw me in. The mobile detailing, I was just like, wow, they're gonna pull up on me. I'm with that.
Right.
And then when they pulled up, it was two, young dudes, man, not like children, but they were young. And I knew right off the bat, like, bro, y'all work for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a kid in the store and you like, but where's your parent? Like, I know you ain't in here alone. You being well behaved and you doing what you're supposed to do in this aisle, but where's your adult? You know what I'm saying? And I was so impressed with whoever the adult was. I was like, I don't know who's running this, but y'all are young. Y'all are right in that. Right. We could be just, popping perks and dancing around with automatic rifles age. Right. This is that perfect not doing shit with your life age.
Right.
But y'all out here, y'all put up on me in an early morning appointment. And they was bright-eyed and, hey, how you doing, sir? Right. I was like, man, y'all are fantastic. I haven't even touched the whip yet. I'm sold, right? I really, really hope they do a good job. but either way, like, I'm all about group economics. I'm all about that community involvement and the economic development. So right off the bat, I saw, bro, there's somebody that's got a lot of vision attached to this. But I'm also aware that, and you and I spoke about this at one point, the people that are really hustling, they're not just out giving out free game. Right. And you get very cautious in this game, or should I just say wise. You don't just be giving up the game to everybody who smiles at you. Everybody who says, yo, I'll support you, brother. Right. Oh, well, let me show you my business plan. It don't work like that.
It don't. That's how they take it there. That's how they take it there. Just because I asked you, like, damn, like, nah. Like,
well, damn, I'll show them this.
Right.
Okay,
like,
bro.
Nah, you're trying to invest in something you had going on. Which is cool, but, right.
And so I was a customer, and I'm still a customer, man, for maybe like 2 years or so. And just every time you came out there, bro, it wasn't never no time that I feel like I was just like, all right, man, holla at me when you're done. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just throw you the keys. Like, I'm trying to learn from you, trying to level up, trying to network with you. And now for our relationship to be at that level again where you're, investing in things that I've got going on. I'm in an opportunity to come and help invest in what you've got going on. And for us to even be sharing this right now, like, my people are getting ready to be exposed to what you got going on and vice versa.
Correct.
Right? So there's going to be so much residual growth that both of us experience, man, and it's just an awesome opportunity. What has been, and then we can go ahead and wrap up with this. Tell me, if you can, share with us the one that you can, the craziest story that's happened to you since you've opened your own business. Like, I'm sure there's been a, like, I don't know, have you ever gone to do a house and there was a dead body in there, or like, what's been the craziest thing that you ever had to clean out of a car or had to clean out of somebody's house?
I'm trying to think. Let me give me 2 seconds. But I have a crazy when I used to work for the company Black and More.
Okay.
I want to say that's pretty much the craziest thing. Like,
hey, if it's part of your story, we'll take it.
I want to say, like, because we deal with normal, regular cars that have the same common problem. Dog hair stains, stuff like that. So I wouldn't feel like that's crazy. That's typical, in our line of work. But man,
no blood, no body parts.
Yeah, we had that before. We had that before. One girl was I guess, I don't know. To me, I guess she missed a period, or I found out that happened. So, and the guy said a girl stabbed him. Yeah, so I would say that those are the crazy approach to it.
Now, are you are you like straight legit, or are you kind of like, the garage on Grand Theft Auto? You know what I'm saying? Where somebody can just kind of swerve through right quick. Y'all clean out like anything, no questions asked type.
No, yeah. Long as the crime is...
Can I just leave the whip with you?
No, somebody called me before like that. Like, yeah, I haven't had the people come and see the house yet, but I want you to come, come before they come. I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't playing with no investigation. We good. We good. But just little, small situation, we'll tap in just to, help out me. Nothing crazy.
I
appreciate it. Make sure it add up before we even off the rip.
Yeah,
so.
Man, you a good sport. I appreciate that. That was a softball
you
question,
good,
man. That was a screwball. So yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Is there any? Because I like it to be conversation. We've definitely learned a lot about you. Are there any questions that you may have? Is there anything about the show, anything about what I'm doing right now that you don't know or have any more questions about or anything like that I can help share the backstory with you?
Man, most definitely. So what made you want to get into the backstory? Like, what made you want to call your podcast or, your show the
That's a good question. I really wanted to, I feel like in the industry and in the game that we're in, there's so much attention brought to the artists, the rappers themselves, or the athletes themselves. And they really, like you just mentioned several times, have a support team. They have teams, they have crews that they, if you ask them, they will tell you, man, I owe my success to all these other people.
Right.
And so many people have this image of like, self-made. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be self-reliant, self-accountable, self-determined, self-motivated, but self-made, I think, I'm trying to do more than I can do alone. Right. So for my vision to be made, it's going to involve other people. And I resonate with people who have that vision. And so I really wanted to tap into that wavelength. You also mentioned there's nothing new under the sun, right? So I don't think I'm just blowing the doors off the internet with this concept. But in terms of real life, I also feel that in this game, there's a lot of, I'm only interested in what you're saying because it's going to benefit me. Right? How can I leverage what you got, but not even really build a relationship with you? And so I don't have any shame in saying I'm looking to leverage. I'm looking to grow. I'm looking to expand. But I want the relationship to be very real. And I want like I said, I'm going to talk. You ain't got to worry about me. Y'all can check me out on Spotify. You just want to hear me talk for hours and hours and hours and hours. Like, I make music. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to check it out. I would be happy if you download it and let me know what your favorite song is. But there's other people, again, like yourself, who... And even though your marketing is, it's brilliant, bro. You're truly Mr. 25/8, like from the outside perspective and knowing you. It's not like a marketing gimmick. It's just marketing your life. It's really your lifestyle, right? But but your lifestyle does not really account for you sitting down and doing interviews and stuff like this, right? But there are other people that are in a similar wavelength or in a completely different industry like I was, right? Before I retired, I was doing something completely different, but you've been an inspiration. Knowing your story, knowing that grind, knowing the consistency and seeing some of the fruits of that labor, right? So I wanted to just highlight people